Located in the Caribbean Sea near the coast of Venezuela, one would find a sweet getaway, an island with a sunny and outgoing atmosphere, Aruba. Aruba is known for its summer breeze and natural surroundings. Because of the natural beauty Aruba has to offer, the island is recognized as a must-visit paradise. One of the many assets Aruba is known for is the sea. Beaches with white sands, shallow turquoise waters, and underwater biodiversity. One of the many ecosystems that Aruba is known for are the coral reefs. Aruba has many attractions, yet coral reefs remain one of the most visited sites when it comes to underwater activities. This makes them one of the hotspots that also serves for snorkeling, scuba diving, and other underwater activities because of their beauty and biodiversity. Coral reefs are built up and consist of hundreds of individual coral polyps. These polyps form on the skeleton of the coral reefs that is made up of calcium carbonate. Zooxanthellae are symbiotic algae that live inside the coral polyps and provide the polyps with oxygen and nutrients. Because of their complex development, coral reefs are capable of providing food, nutrients, and shelter to many species in the ocean, including many fish, sponges, and sea turtles. In Aruba, coral reefs are both crucial and useful when it comes to the protection of Aruba's coastline from possible storms or high tides. They serve as a natural barrier for these situations.
Despite the positivity that coral reefs bring to the island sea, coral reefs are experiencing degradation and possible loss of habitat. According to the Coral Reef Baseline Study for Aruba report back in 2019, which was conducted by Carmabi, Aruba's coastline with their ecosystems are under increasing threat from human activities. These human activities vary from climate change, industrial fishing, waste mismanagement, and pollution. Climate change affects coral reefs is due to the CO2 emissions that are produced by greenhouse gases that are captured into the atmosphere and then absorbed in the water. This causes for a change of temperature and ultimately coral bleaching. As for industrial fishing includes harmful methods of fishing such as net fishing, where it captures the majority of herbivorous fishes and corals in between. This causes for habitat degradation of the corals as well as overharvesting of herbivorous fishes and controlling benthic algae of the corals. How waste mismanagement affects the coral reef is due to what the water consists of. Most wastewater contain range of pollutants such as sediments, nutrients, microplastics, pesticides, and other emerging pollutants. And lastly, pollution. Pollution affects corals by stunting their growth as well as their development. Ultimately causes for many marine species residing in the coral reefs to suffer. There are also common human activities that seem rather harmless but contribute to the loss of coral reefs on the island as well. Common human activities that actually affect our coral reefs very negatively are jet skiing, littering, scuba diving, touristic fishing, using sunscreen with oxybenzone, and voluntarily swimming too close or touching the corals. We must keep track of the fact that coral reefs, although they are resilient structures, they are extremely sensitive to disturbance. Despite the negative impacts that human activities have on coral reef, there is still hope for solutions. The restoration project like Turning the Tide, it aims to re-establish and reinstall a three-dimensional structure by constructing artificial reefs in 3 different locations around the island, more specifically within Parque Marino Aruba. As civilians and tourists, we might think that we may not be able to help, but we are much more powerful than we think. Number 1, minimize engine use while cruising or sailing in the ocean. Number 2, for any activity regarding scuba diving, diving coordinators must include diving etiquette as well as providing supervision and intervention. Number 3, do not litter on the beach and please keep your trash with you if there is not any other space to put your trash. Number 4, participate in community projects that revolve around cleaning up beaches as well as taking care of our environment. Number 5, switch up your sunscreen product with a coral-friendly sunscreen that does not use oxybenzone or any chemicals that could affect coral reefs. And number 6, for sustainable fishing, promote safe and sustainable fishing techniques as well as advocating for fishing regulations. With simple strategies such as the ones mentioned, we can keep Aruba clean and enjoyable.